Hello and welcome to Yoga for Hamstrings. If you are new to this channel, my name is Yovana. Whether you are walking or standing long hours or you are a runner, hamstrings are something that most of us struggle with. And we only notice that when we are using them. So when you're wanting to bend or touch your feet, you actually realize that muscle is contracted. So today we're going to take it easy. We're not going to push and try to touch the toes right away. What we will do is do a series of different exercises to stretch and relax this muscle, and then maybe by the end of this practice we will see and try to touch our toes, or at least see what progress we made so far. Of course, stretching isn't going to help you overnight. It's something that you need to put in the work and be consistent with it, but definitely repeating a couple of times, you will see a huge progress. Wear something comfy, grab yourself a mat and a towel, and why don't we begin? We will start today on top of our mat. Press into all four corners of your feet, find the balance, open your palms, and then you can gently close your eyes. Let's take a moment to arrive in this practice, to leave behind all the tasks, worries, thoughts that we have had before this practice, or maybe something that we need to do afterwards. Just be here with yourself. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here to release any stored tension. You can exhale through your mouth or your nose. And one more time together. Awesome. You can gently open your eyes. We will bend our knees. Inhale and stretch our hands up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 lengthen your spine, and then gently slice it through and bring it through to forward fold. You know what? Let's do a little wider stance today, just to make it easier on our legs to begin with. So walk your feet just slightly a bit wider than your hips. You can place your fingertips on the floor if they are there. If you're nowhere near the floor, you can clasp your elbows. Allow your body weight to let your upper body hang. And as a counter stretch, feel the hamstrings starting to scream. This is just a gentle stretch, which also impacts our calves, our lower back. And if your arms are clasped, you can just gently start to sway side to side and see how that changes the affected area of the stretch. It's like you are transferring stretch from one leg to another. And then we come to stillness. We'll do the same thing with our fingertips on the floor. We will walk them towards the left. If your fingertips are not reaching the floor, you can hold your left calf or a knee. Then we walk to the right or turn to the right and hold or place the palms on the floor. Awesome. Come back to center. We will inhale here for halfway lift. So wherever your hands are, they can stay on the mat, depends on your flexibility at this moment. They can be on your shins or on your thighs, as long as the spine is straight. My hair is running wild today. I hope you guys can see my face. And then from here, we'll bend again, place our palms on the mat, and then gently step the right leg back and lower the right knee down. We are in low lunge. You can adjust this knee depending on how much do you want to stretch. So this pose is stretching your hamstrings on the left and then stretching your hip on the right. But I believe it's as important, so we can either stay here if you're not able to touch the floor. You can just chill here. Feel this position. What does it work? Where does it work? And breathe into these areas. This might even be harder than staying on your fingertips because your weight is pulling you down. And then from here, if you were on the mat, you can just lean backwards. If you were like me, just bring your fingertips on the floor and extend your front leg. If you need to wiggle that heel, if you have long legs, adjust yourself. Important is that the right hip is not going back, it's not going to the side, it's just firmly stacked to protect it. It's just above the knee. Flex your left toes. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And then we can stay here. Try to look at your left toe. This will help you enhance this stretch, and only if you can today, if you want to give it a try. We inhale one more time and then exhale, gently bend your elbows. Continue looking at your big toe. Check if it needs some trimming, some manicure, pedicure. Continue looking and try to inhale again, lengthen, and then a little bit more. This is already a heavy stretch on the hamstring, so you don't have to bend your elbows today, but just to know how to deepen your stretch. All you have to do is bend your elbows. And then we will release. I suggest we shake this leg. You can just sway it side to side. And then we will switch our legs. Right leg come forward. We are in the low lunge on the other side. If this was too much for you and you just missed what I did, I was on my knees. You can support yourself with palms and step forward. Adjust that leg. See if the space within your legs is enough. And then when you find that sweet spot of the stretch, you can stay on your fingertips or come up. If you're up, try to keep your spine straight. Your palms are open. You are engaging your left glute, your quad, but in the same time stretching your hamstring and front of your left hip. Wherever you're at, let's just stay here for 2 more breaths. And then gently bring your fingertips down and we extend our right leg. Roll it forward if you need to. Flex your toes to protect your knee. Make sure your hip is over your left knee. We inhale here, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, look towards the thumb, big toe. Is this big toe any different? And then only if you want to give it a try today, we inhale, lengthen the back and gently bend our elbows. Even just slightly a bit, but we are not curling and trying to touch our forehead. It's completely not important in this posture. Actually, in any posture, we want to look forward. Our goal is to bring our torso towards the leg, not our head. This way we are just can injure our neck or strain our lower back. So we're just looking at that toe. Have a good look at it. When was the last time you looked at your feet? If your elbows were bent, we try one more time. Just even 1 millimeter. We inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. I'm already sweating. I don't know about you. This is an awesome stretch for runners, for people who go to gym, or if you just need to give some loving to your hamstrings. All right, we release the leg, and we do the same on this side. We shake, shake, shake it. Awesome. We will come to all fours here, and let's give it some different direction stretch. We will extend the right leg and just sway back and forth. This is mostly for the calf, but all the muscles are connected. So let's prepare for our next pose. And then bring it back. We extend the left leg. We rock back and forth. And then we come back to all fours. Here, curl your toes. Find your palms firmly placed. Imagine your fingers are a starfish. Spread them wide. Press into the ground. Your elbows are over your wrists. And then we will send our hips up into a downward facing dog. If you need to adjust your hands and walk them just slightly forward, do so. And let's start walking our dog first. Feel which areas of your leg feel stretched when you walk the dog. Maybe you can even look under your armpit to stretch your sides. At least we're already here. In yoga, it's hardly always one or another. All of our muscles are connected. So you can't really focus only on one, but it's what is great about it. So we find some stillness here. If your hamstrings are tight, you are going to be having your heels up on the ground, and that's perfectly fine. You can even bend your knees if you like, but since we are trying to stretch our hamstrings today, I suggest you try something different. So you are on your toes here. Then think of pushing the floor away and bringing your heel a little bit closer to the floor. So you're pushing away. This is definitely a deep stretch for hamstrings. Just give it a try. And then we will bend our knees and give it a rest. Spread your legs wide. Let's rest one moment in child's pose. Give our body time to take in the practice we just did. Whilst we are resting, see if you want to sway your head side to side. Give yourself some forehead massage. It feels good. Okay. We will lift our head up and find our way to get up on the mat and meet at the front again. So at the front, we will step first our right leg back. Actually, just a little bit. I would say like half a meter. Your hips are square, you're facing front, so you're not leaning to any side, you're just facing straight. We will inhale to raise our arms, and then we will exhale towards our left leg. So wherever you reach, whether you're able to touch the floor or you're just here. If you are here, I suggest you clasp your elbows behind, engage your core, and feel that stretch on your left hamstring. If you are able to bend down, you can place your fingertips on the floor, on your blocks if you have any, and say hello to your thumb again. Your big toe, I keep calling it thumb because I can't see my thumbs as well. So why looking at your big toe is important? Well, if we're chilling here in a stretch, I will give you a short version of it, but basically every yoga position has drishti. It's called point of focus. So focusing on a certain spot can help you deepen the stretch, deepen the position, find balance. So in this case, looking at your big toe, you can deepen your stretch. All right, we will engage the core, and wherever we were, come up. We step back to Tadasana, front of our mat, and then we will inhale, step the left leg back. Both feet are facing forward, hips are facing forward. Find that good balance. It can be little or more. Give it a try what works for you, but I suggest like half a meter. We'll inhale here. If you weren't able to touch the floor on the other side, you can even straighten your back and then start bending like this. Wherever you at, after inhale, we will gently lower down. I can already feel that this side is different for me. It's a little bit more tight. Take a moment to feel how this side feels for you. And remember, your big toe is saying hello. I know this is not a class about toes, but it seems like they found their way. And wherever you at, feel that stretch. Try to inhale and lengthen and try to bend a little bit more. If you feel any emotion coming, any frustration coming, exhale it out through your mouth with a big sigh, because why not? Okay, engage your core, and then gently, wherever you were, we come back. And before we continue, let's shake our legs a bit. This is some hard work for our hamstrings. Probably haven't moved them much lately. Awesome. So here we'll step parallel on the mat. To know how wide you need to step, you will use your wrists. So you extend your hands first and try to extend your feet to be underneath your wrists. This is a great perimeter for everybody to know where to put their legs, because we all have different heights. So I can't really tell you how much you need to, where you need to place your feet. This is the best way to measure them anytime. We will either place our hands on our hips or behind our back again. We can even interlace the fingers behind our back. Let's try that today. I like this version. You can choose any you like. And wherever you at, wherever you chose today, you inhale, lengthen your back, straighten your spine, and then we will first bend halfway. So if you are in the same hand variation like me, you will keep it down still. We're not letting it fall. And we're halfway here. We're already feeling some stretch. So if this is too much, you can release your palms and place them on the floor. Or if it's still okay for you, keep them interlaced, and now you will allow them to come up and forward. What does this do for you is, yeah, it will stretch your shoulders, but it will also create a weight of your hands that will help you fall deeper. There is a couple of different ways you can fall deeper here, but for now, you can try with the palms interlaced, and it's still okay if your hands are here. If you don't know how to relax your torso and you think you can bend a little bit more,
Bring your hands. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see me from my hair. It's very fluffy today. In line with your feet. And then just bend your elbows. So bending your elbows will bring you closer to the ground. There is another variation, is flipping your palms to face the wall and just walk them towards the wall. This will allow a deeper fall. My favorite somehow is this one because I like to stretch my shoulders as well. It's like multitasking. And yes, there is another variation which I forgot at this moment, is holding your ankles and then just bending your elbows. Awesome. Wherever you were, let's come back the same way we were. Coming here, we inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, come back up. We can walk those feet just for fun back together. Inhale here to stretch, look up, and exhale, hands come to heart. Let's find our way to finish this practice. We sit down on the mat and find a nice, comfortable way to lay down. Awesome. Once you're here, we will bend the right leg and then take our blah. So if you can't reach your foot, then you can just press your knee. You can interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring and press your knee towards your body, towards your right shoulder. Or you can place it on your shin, whatever works for you better today. If you are able to grab your foot, you can do a one-legged happy baby. The important thing here is that your tailbone stays flushed to the mat to prevent injury. Both of your feet are flexed. Whatever you chose, whatever variation, just feel that stretch and breathe. If this leg, the left leg, starts to come up and it's too much for you, you're welcome to bend it and place your left foot on the floor. However, this will make the stretch easier, so less. It's definitely up to you, your choice today. And just 2 more breaths. Then we will bring the right leg down and extend it. You can shake it a little bit. We put a lot of attention on our hamstrings today and our hips as well. And then we'll bend that left leg. You can either interlace your palms and push it towards your left armpit or grab your foot, whatever you prefer or able to do at this moment. Remember to remain on your tailbone. If you start to lift up on your right hip, bend that leg, it's okay. It's always better to perform exercise in a safe way than to try to push yourself in a way that it will injure you. You will grow much faster even doing the easier version than if you injure yourself. It will take a long time to heal. Feel a stretch on the back side of your thigh. Breathe into it. Let's stay here for a couple of more breaths. And then bring both of your knees up. Release that arm and then hug your knees into the chest. You can gently rock side to side, and let's use this opportunity to thank our legs for carrying us every day, all day, whatever we do. And then we will just release our legs out long for the final resting pose. Shavasana. Open your palms to face up,
Find a comfortable place for your head. And let's allow this practice to sink in into our bodies. Notice if anything changed. Your mood, in your emotions, in your body. You can stay here for as long as you like if you need another moment of rest. If not, join me in placing my palms on the third eye. Your thumbs are on the third eye. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this awesome juicy stretch practice and checking our toes. I hope to see you again on the mat. Namaste.